If you're considering weight loss injections like Mounjaro or Wegovy, stop and watch this video first, because you should understand these things before you commit to doing that. And I'm going to share with you some information about safe, healthy and lasting alternatives to these weight loss injections. I'm Jonathan Butler from MyFitMind, and I help people get their mind thinking clearly, helping them overcome fears, helping them overcome bad habits, and I help many people to lose weight by changing their thoughts, changing their feelings and changing their whole relationship with food. And so I'm going to share with you in this video 10 reasons why hypnosis, hypnotherapy may be a better option or a good accompaniment to having weight loss injections. So listen to these 10 reasons and understand what you need to know before you make that choice into having that weight loss injection. And the reality is that many of us these days, we're looking for a quick fix. And these injections seem like wonder drugs. You take them for a few weeks, maybe a few months, and the results are showing us that we lose weight. We lose weight really rapidly. And who doesn't want that? Even more so these days, we want quick results with the least effort. And the evidence is showing us that they do work, that these are getting results. People are losing around 14% with the leading drug of their body weight in that time. So this is life-changing for a lot of people. However, there are a number of things that need to be taken into consideration here. And the biggest of which is what happens when you stop taking those injections, when you stop taking those drugs. What happens then? And the evidence is suggesting that people put the weight straight back on. You also need to think about the side effects of taking these, some of which are already known, but a lot of which we don't really yet understand because these drugs haven't been out on the market that long. So if you're taking them now, you are an early adopter of these drugs. So again, you need to be very mindful of that. So I'm going to share with you now the 10 things that you need to understand, the 10 reasons why hypnosis could be a better alternative or a great accompaniment to working with these weight loss jabs. First of these reasons is that hypnosis gets to the root cause of the problem that you have with food. Because the reality is that most of our problems with food are associated with stress, with trauma, with bad habits, or with emotional eating. They are emotional issues. They are things that we do that are deep-rooted emotional issues. We eat to make us feel happy. We eat to give us comfort. We eat to help deal with stress. We eat to overcome boredom, or we've simply become accustomed to eating the wrong things at the wrong time, eating too much of things. And taking an injection provides that instant ability to bypass some of those things, because what these injections do is they suppress your appetite. They chemically suppress your desire to eat. They create a physiological reaction with the drugs whereby you don't have that desire, you don't have those cravings to eat. So it works because those emotions are temporarily suppressed. But when you stop taking the drugs, when you stop having those injections, all that suppression, all of those physiological things that are going on just go back to the way that they were, hopefully. That they go back to the way that they were without the drugs interfering with what's going on in your body. And so that means that the cravings return. That means that the emotional reasons why you eat too much, why you eat the wrong things, all of the issues, whatever issue or issues it is that you have, those things all return. And quite often they return with a real vengeance. And hypnosis, in contrast to that, works upon addressing that root cause. It will work upon changing your desires about food. So if you currently can't resist sweet things, if you can't resist fatty or sugary things, or whatever your crutch is, whatever your vice is around food, with hypnosis, you can learn to dislike those things, to be disinterested in them, to be ambivalent, to not enjoy the taste of them. You can learn to enjoy eating healthy food. nutritious food, to eat just at the right times, to eat just in the right quantities. So hypnosis actually changes the way that you think. It gets to the bottom of what it is and it changes it. So you don't get those cravings, so you don't get those needs to have those issues that the drugs, the medication have simply papered over for that period of time, but they haven't actually addressed. Reason number two why hypnosis may be better than weight loss injections is that many people are reporting that with these injections that they feel disconnected from themselves, even maybe feeling increased anxiety. And clearly that's not happening for everybody, but those are clear side effects that we are seeing. Whereas with hypnosis, it's about making you connected with yourself, making you feel good about yourself, making you aware of what you eat and why you eat, and consciously as well as subconsciously taking control of your eating habits. The third great benefit of hypnosis for weight loss is there are no side effects. You're not taking drugs that already have known side effects and may have more side effects as time goes on, as we know more about these drugs. Also, with these medications, as you know, if you are not meeting the criteria, they're not available to you. They may be, depending on where you are, they may just be available on prescription from your doctor. They may only be available if you're at a certain BMI. So a lot of people who want these things can't actually get them. If you're a woman and you are pregnant, or you want to become pregnant, or you're breastfeeding, you can't have this medication. There are also concerns about the impact of taking this medication on contraception for women. So there are a lot of unknowns and a lot of evolving risks that just don't exist with hypnosis. Reason number four is it rewires your thinking so you don't get cravings. So after you've done hypnosis, you reduce your cravings, you reduce your desire. You're changing the way you think and feel, so you don't have all of that resistance. You don't feel like you're sacrificing. Successful hypnotherapy with weight loss will mean that you just are indifferent to food. You only think about it when you're hungry. You only want to eat the right things. You have no desire to eat those wrong things. You are in control of your relationships with food. Contrast that with when you've been on those weight loss injections that have suppressed your appetite, that have helped you lose all that weight. When you stop taking them, those cravings are going to come back, because nothing fundamentally has changed from why you put on the weight or why you struggle to lose the weight in the first place. That's going to come straight back at you and hit you. And also, when you've gone through that and lost all that weight, feeling great about yourself, what I've seen with many, many people who've come to me after taking these injections is that they're really quite devastated that they've lost all this weight. And then as soon as the injection course ends, they're putting the weight back on. And we're seeing now, I was reading an article this morning on the BBC talking about how NICE, the National Institute of Clinical Excellence, part of the NHS, is saying now that weight loss injections must be, well, they strongly recommend that these injections need to be accompanied by a more holistic approach, a wider approach to ensuring healthy habits, a better relationship with food, precisely because it's not just about losing the weight, it's about keeping it off, and it's about changing your thoughts and feelings, habits and behaviours around food. Reason number five is that hypnosis for weight loss is there to create lasting change. It is not just about a quick win. It does and can get you results very, very quickly, but it is about creating sustainable, long-term change in how you think, how you feel, and creating those long-term habits, which means you've got a much lower chance of going back to where you were in terms of your weight, in terms of how you were feeling. Because really, with these injections, they are effective, but with the perception that this changes the game, that is going to be the answer to weight loss, it is part of the answer. Because just like diets, just like all these other weight loss programs that people have been following and selling for years, the reality is that a huge proportion of people put back on all the weight that they've lost in that period of time. And it looks like that's applying not just to people who are going on those traditional diets, but also people who are working with injections. So you've got to look at this in a broader picture to make sure that that isn't just a phase where everything goes back or maybe even gets worse than it was. Reason number 6 for hypnosis as a solution or as a part of a solution to losing and keeping off weight is that using hypnosis will stop your emotional eating. It will stop you having that emotional eating. It will give you a more controlled response to those triggers of when you might previously have reached for the snacks, for the carbs, for those unhealthy things. So instead of running from your emotions, you're finally in control of your emotions and therefore in control with your relationship with food. You recognize that food, eating the wrong things, eating too much, all the issues that people have with food, you recognize that those are not actually solutions and you are in control of them. Reason number 7 is that using hypnosis boosts your body confidence and your general confidence. When I'm working with people to help them lose weight and keep weight off, I'm not just working on the weight loss, I'm working on their overall self-esteem, their overall beliefs about themselves, because so many of the issues that people have with food are about self-esteem, they're about anxiety, they're about self-worth, they're about giving comfort. So I work holistically in helping people with weight loss to actually make them feel better about themselves, to like themselves, to feel good about themselves, to feel comfortable in their body, as well as obviously giving them the tools and helping to get to that place where they do lose the weight, where they do feel good, where they have more energy and create that upward spiral of feeling good, looking good, having more energy, all those things that go with getting a much better relationship with food and getting yourself to a healthy, comfortable body weight. Reason number 9 for hypnosis is hypnosis for weight loss and hypnosis in general puts you in control. There's quite a misconception that many people have about hypnosis, that you're out of control, that you're losing control, that you're giving control to the hypnotherapist. But the reality is that it's about giving you control. It's about giving you control over your thoughts, over your feelings, over your reactions and responses, and over those habits that you want to choose and develop for yourself. Now, when you're having injections, you are giving away control. You are becoming dependent upon the injections. You're becoming dependent upon the injections. Now, we all have our own opinions about the drug industry, and I'm a believer that drugs, pharmaceuticals have their place. They have a role in things. But what I absolutely am against is creating a dependency upon drugs. And we're seeing that all the time. So they have their role, but you do not want to become long-term dependent upon that. And this is one of the great things about hypnosis is you are not dependent, you are in control. So maybe as part of the mix, those weight loss jabs, talk to your doctor about it, may be beneficial for you, but you need to look at them in the round and understand as well, you can't just do those things without getting better control of the things that have really caused this in the first place and the things that will cause you to put weight back on, all the cravings, all the issues, all the things that will be shouting at you, coming back with a vengeance after you come off the medications. So be in control. And reason number 10 for hypnosis versus injections is redefine your relationship with food. And it really relates to the dependence and many of the other things that we've talked about. But using hypnosis, you redefine your relationship with food. Instead of thinking of food as comfort, instead of thinking as food as reward, you come to see food as fuel. You come to see food as something that you consume when you're hungry. And that doesn't mean to say you stop enjoying it. You can actually enjoy it more. So somebody I was working with recently, he ate too much food and he ate it very, very quickly. And he said he loved his food. But then actually from working with me and eating less food, eating his food more slowly, his relationship with food changed so much. He was able to taste his food more. He was able to savor it more. It's rather like if you've been a smoker and you've smoked, you lose much of your sense of taste and smell. And when you stop smoking, you suddenly discover that food smells good and tastes good. Your senses are heightened. And it's very much the same when you rediscover and rewrite that relationship with food. You're not sacrificing. You can actually enjoy your food more. You can enjoy eating healthy foods. You enjoy the taste of better things. You enjoy eating good quality things, eating them slowly, digesting them. And your body will thank you for it. Your body really will thank you for it in so many ways. So what I hope you take away from this video is that weight loss injections are effective. People are losing weight from them. But you don't want to lose weight just for that period of time and put it all back on again. You're probably going to feel even worse if that's what you do. The real key to successful weight loss over a long period of time is actually not based upon quick fixes. It's not based upon giving up control. It's not based upon suppressing things. It's based upon dealing with those underlying things. Deal with the underlying relationship with food. Change how you think and feel about food. Feel better about yourself generally. And that is what hypnosis allows you to do. It allows you to be in control of your relationship with food, to feel good about yourself, to overcome those needs and craves, to stuff your face, to eat the wrong things, whatever it is that you do that's the biggest issue for you. And so even if you do feel, and they may well be, maybe your doctor advises you that, yeah, that weight loss jab is going to be great for you at shifting that weight because you haven't been able to lose it any other way. You need to look at this in the bigger picture. It's not just me saying this now. This is being said by all the medical professionals. It's being said by the NHS. Lots of people are now recognising this because the early clinical data that's coming back from people who've been on these injections is showing they work, and then people put the weight back again as soon as they come off. So without changing the habits, without changing the associations, you could be back in the same place. And what just a terrible place that is to be emotionally. You don't want to be there. You don't want to spend all that money and be there back in that place. You don't want to be on that emotional roller coaster. So hypnotherapy, hypnosis gives you a lasting solution, free of risks, free of side effects, that can also equip you to feel better about yourself in many, many aspects of your life. So if you'd like to know more, please do check out my website at myfitmind.co.uk. It's in the link below. You can book a free appointment with me, a free initial discussion with me, where we'll explore whether what I do can help you to lose weight. I'll tell you whether I think I can help you, how many sessions I think you'll need with me, and anything else that we need to think about. So if you're serious about losing weight and keeping it off, don't just think about injections. They may have their place. You may not need them at all. It's all an individual choice. And I'm not going to advise you. I'm not going to give you medical advice about injections, but I simply share with you what I know I can do and the potential benefits that you can get from doing hypnotherapy, RTT hypnotherapy with me. So I'm Jonathan Butler. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Please do like, please do subscribe. Any questions, ask below. And if you are serious about making this change now, book a call with me or WhatsApp me if you want to have an initial WhatsApp chat. And I look forward to seeing you very, very soon. Thank you for listening. Bye for now.